You know, what if I told you the secret to a long and happy life wasn't some big, complicated secret at all? What if it was a simple, powerful idea from Japan? Well, today we're diving into Ikigai, a concept that might just change the way you think about, well, everything.
I mean, we've all asked ourselves this question, right? For centuries, people have been searching for the answer. Is it money? Is it fame? Is there some magic formula we're all just missing out on?
Well, what if the answer isn't some huge, earth-shattering discovery, but instead a philosophy that's just woven into the daily fabric of life on one very special island? So, let's start our journey in Okinawa, Japan. This place is one of the world's 5 blue zones, these incredibly rare spots on the globe where people live exceptionally long, and I mean really healthy lives.
Okay, get a load of this number. 24.55. That's how many people out of every 100,000 in Okinawa live to be over 100 years old. Now, to put that in perspective, that rate absolutely blows the global average out of the water. Something truly special is happening over there.
And if we zoom in even closer, we find a place called Okimi. It's a tiny rural town, only about 3,000 people, but it's famous for having the highest life expectancy in the entire world. So what is going on here?
So what are their secrets? Well, it turns out they're not really secrets at all. They're beautifully simple, and they have way less to do with genetics than you might think. It all starts with not just what they eat, but how they eat. They live by this ancient wisdom, hara hachibu. It's basically a reminder to stop eating when your stomach feels about 80% full. This isn't about deprivation. It's about not overworking your body with long digestive processes, which is actually linked to slower cellular aging. Pretty smart, right? And their diet? Oh, it's a masterclass in anti-aging. They use smaller plates, which naturally helps with portion control, so they're only eating about 1,800 to 1,900 calories a day. And their meals are packed with antioxidant-rich foods like tofu and sweet potatoes. They have fish a few times a week. And get this, almost 11 ounces of vegetables every single day. But it's not just about the food. This part is so cool. They have this concept called a moai. It's like a built-in social group, a circle of friends you have for life who support each other through thick and thin. This amazing community acts as a safety net, cutting down on stress and giving everyone this deep sense of belonging. And here's another thing. You won't find them in a gym running marathons. Their activity is gentle, it's consistent, and it's just part of their day. Things like gardening or taking a walk. It's all about staying in motion, not pushing your body to its absolute breaking point. Okay, so you have the diet, the community, the gentle movement, but underneath all of these healthy habits is one central driving philosophy. This is the real engine behind their longevity.
It all comes down to a single powerful word: Ikigai.
So, what is Ikigai? Well, it's a combination of the Japanese words iki, which means life, and gai, which means to be worthwhile. Put them together and you get a reason for being. But I love how the Okinawans describe it much more simply. They call it the reason we get up in the morning. It's your purpose, your passion, it's the thing that gives your life meaning. And for a lot of people in Japan, they never really retire from their Ikigai. It's what keeps them going. Now, what's so fascinating is that this Eastern philosophy isn't some isolated idea. It actually mirrors a bunch of key psychological concepts from all over the world that also get at the power of having a purpose. For example, think about the work of Viktor Frankl. He was a psychiatrist who survived the Nazi concentration camps. He created a whole field of therapy called logotherapy, which is centered on this idea that our main drive in life isn't pleasure, but the search for what we personally find meaningful. And this table here really nails the difference. While a lot of therapy, like psychoanalysis, looks backwards to figure out the root of our problems, logotherapy looks forward. It doesn't ask, why are you hurting? It asks, what purpose are you going to create from this moment on? There's another Japanese approach called Morita therapy. It teaches you to accept your feelings instead of constantly fighting them, and instead to focus on taking purposeful action.
It uses these stages of rest and then gradually getting back into work and life to help people rediscover their purpose through doing, not just thinking.
Now, this search for purpose often leads people to a state that you've probably felt before. It's what the psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi called flow. You know that feeling, right? When you're so completely absorbed in what you're doing that you lose all track of time. Your ego just melts away and you are one with the task.
And getting into a state of flow isn't just random luck. It happens under specific conditions. You need a clear goal. You need to be free from distractions, and you need immediate feedback. But the most important thing is this: the challenge of the task has to be perfectly balanced with your skill level. If it's too easy, you get bored. Too hard, you get anxious. Flow is that magical sweet spot right in the middle, where you feel completely alive.
So after all that, here's the big question. How do we actually take all these incredible ideas and weave them into our own lives? What can we learn from the land of the immortals?
It really boils down to this. First, find your purpose, your Ikigai. Nurture your community, your moai. Practice hara hachibu and eat until you're about 80% full. Get outside and reconnect with nature. Move your body gently every day. And maybe most importantly, learn to live in the moment and find your flow.
You see, this whole philosophy isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. So I'll leave you with the same question that Ikigai asks all of us. What is your reason to get up in the morning? Because as this powerful Japanese proverb reminds us, it's not just about living a long time, it's about living with a purpose so strong that it makes you want to embrace every single day of that long, beautiful life.